Gentlemen, let's get ready to pontificate, shall we?
Yes. Oshaun.
Yeah, it's expected to show that we do talk about the items. All right, so let's get to it, man. So, first topic on the deck, man. We gotta get to Drake. So he released, I don't even want to call it an EP because there's only 2 tracks, but
Diplomatic Immunity.
Let's just say he released 2 songs. So one of them being Diplomatic Immunity, right? I'm like, yo, am I gonna see Dipset on here?
I know.
I'm like, yo, it's like 2002 all over again, man. Yeah, overly baggy clothes and everything. Like grade 9 for me, shoot. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, yeah, he put out Diplomatic Immunity as one of the new records. Yes. And yeah, the beat was dope. I love the beat. I love when Drake raps over that kind of production. Yes. But the biggest takeaway from that track is that he sent out some shots to a few particular people, to a conglomerate of people of sorts.
A conglomerate.
An economical conglomerate. Hey, check. But nonetheless, he sent some shots out.
He did.
Most notably towards the popular internet program Everyday Struggle. Yeah. So the shots went at slight shot at Nadeska, slight shot at academics, and then the bigger shot at Joe Budden. Right. So this is what he said in the line, and I quote, "Shit is complex like short niggas around tall ladies. I gotta watch who I'm talking to like it's all ages. I've seen budding careers turn to sit around and talk about other careers, judging their peers. Knowledge from niggas who did not contribute to none of this here." Bars. Before we dissect that, let me just say this, and I've been saying this for the longest time, and I will still continue to say to this day. When Drake tries to rap, his wordplay game is fucking sick. Pardon my French, but it is nice. His wordplay, like his double entendres, like budding careers. You know what I mean? It's complex, like short niggas and tall bitches. Like, come on. You know what I mean?
I love it.
So like this whole ghostwriting allegations, whatever, man. Like when Drake really wants to rap, he's nice. But nonetheless, I digress. Now. As far as the first line, the complex line, obviously complex as a whole, and then when he's talking about short niggas and tall ladies, I felt like that was a shot at Ack because he looks kind of short to be honest, and I'm assuming the desk is probably taller than him, right?
Yes.
And then Budden careers, Joe Budden, we all know what it is, and then dudes talking
talk about other careers.
Knowledge from niggas did not contribute to none of this here. Again, it's Ack because a lot of people have accused him of that.
Of course.
So what do you guys think about that whole exchange between those two? In that respect.
You gonna go? Okay.
Yeah, I'll say quick.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't really take it as a diss.
Okay.
To be honest with you.
Okay.
I mean, I know a lot of people did, and I know that I even listened to Budden's podcast the other day, and he said that he didn't take it as really shots to himself, and I tend to agree. Like, I think it was just clever. I think it was clever wordplay.
Right. Yep.
I thought that he was talking about stuff that was happening right now.
Correct.
Joe Budden is hot right now.
Right.
Probably, like I said, harder than he's either ever been or as hot
as he was
when he.
He's at his hottest right now. He's white hot right now.
He's real hot right now. So it only makes sense that he brings up his name in the song,
clear,
especially with the whole complex. Not having Joe Budden a part of it, and all, so that's a big news still.
It is.
So I'm not shocked that he would bring
that up. To show that he's
those guys up. But I didn't take it. I wouldn't. If I was him, I wouldn't feel insulted.
Right.
If people think he's supposed to feel insulted, he shouldn't feel insulted. What's the difference to be insulted? Because he said that he's sitting around
judging other careers.
Other careers because but he recognizes that. He knows that stuff didn't go exactly the way he wanted it to.
Absolutely. He's the first to admit it.
He says that. His job was sitting around talking about other people's careers.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he's talking about actual things that is. So what's this necessarily to him particularly?
Yeah. You know what?
That's my point.
What it is that we're in an era that people don't understand how many people that Jay-Z would talk about in his raps, or like how many people like these guys would talk about all the time. It's very subtly. It's like a cold war. It's not direct, but it's hip hop and it's competitive. So he's gonna talk about shit that's happening, and like he's literally just commenting on the fact of what Budden is doing, and it's almost like a nod to it. Now, here's the thing, because Budden did mention that Drake reached out to him or whatever, and they said they were cool. He appreciates what he's doing. Now we all, people that make music, we know that sometimes when you make music, you don't know when it was recorded or when it was, you know what I mean? So they could have had that conversation, everything was cool, and then he had said that before, but it's like, the song's already done, and I'm not really flaming him like that. So it's okay. You know what I mean? But a lot of people, they don't know when a diss is really a diss.
Right.
Like, you've got to really be coming at a nigga like what's his name? What's the guy who just released Diplomatic Immunity freestyle diss? Vic Mensa is talking about the Joe, because he's dissing Joe Budden on a Diplomatic Immunity remix freestyle, and he's saying shit about the sexual allegations, the assault allegations that Joe Budden had, and like specific things that are more so shots, and those are disses. Like those are more so to get at someone's character.
Shot,
But you talking about Joe Budden's day job that he had that paid his bills for like a year. I think you're gonna have to do better than that if it's really a diss. Like I don't think that's really.
You know what I do? I compare that to like when Jay said playing future.
In the future, playing football with your son.
Right. I didn't think that was a diss.
It's fact.
I think he was just it was
just
a
play on words.
Yeah. That's
Sorry that these niggas is good with the pen.
It was just play on words, and it just happened to work. And
it reminds me of another J line that he said at Joe Budden's a long time ago on Blueprint 3. I think he said, "All you young little." I think he said, all you young little niggas who are buttoned up, you need to button up. You know what I mean? And I think that's a shot at Joe every time.
But that's more diss.
Yeah.
I don't know. That might be a little more dissing than this one.
But what would be?
But it's a Cold War tactic, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He said button, but it sounds like button. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
double entendre.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. I mean, because
but he's been getting at him for. They've been going. He said he'd been getting at him for.
It's mostly been Budden, because if you remember, I think it was last summer. He had like 4 or 5 diss songs that are going towards Drake. Diss songs, message songs, whatever you want to call that, right? And even he even thought Calabasas or 4 a.m. in Calabasas was about himself. Me talking about Joe, and I didn't hear the joke, to be honest. Maybe
not that one.
No,
on the no shopping, we got it. Pump it up.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Right. That's blatant, right? But no, like I thought it was cool that Drake talked about everyday struggle, because a lot of people have been talking about that.
100%.
And again, like I don't think it was a diss. It was just subliminal shots, but nothing too incriminating. Because at the end of the day, what he said was purely factual, right?
Nothing was out of the norm. Like
you can't really be like, oh, it's a big thing.
How dare you talk about talk about my career? Like no, he's just facts. Just what he does.
Exactly.
It's cool.
And that's exactly what happened on the record. So no one can really get mad at it. Joe's not mad at it. Academic was actually happy that he got called out.
He's just happy to be here. Like
exactly.
Happy to be in the room.
And then the Deska was just very indifferent to it, because like she didn't really feel anything. Yeah, exactly. But I know, right?
It's different to start freaking saying he wants to jizz on it.
Yeah, I was like, yo, you're taking this kind of light right now.
But she said apparently she behind the scenes, like
she was more
vocal about it.
Yeah, and like she's not being held hostage. She said, but once again, you're bound under contract. I don't know what any of these people really are going through. So who knows? Maybe she is. This is all an act, and like, there's no way to know for sure.
Right. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen listening at home, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that it was a huge diss towards everyday struggle? Do you think it was just a play on words, whatever the case may be? Either way, let me know. Hit me up in the comment section when we post this video on YouTube eventually. Hit me up on Twitter at DM_cool or cool_radio and share your thoughts. Woo!